Hello, I'm Dr. Elizabeth Freed, and welcome to It's My Honor. I'm an executive coach doing pro bono coaching for the Honor Foundation, an organization dedicated to helping Navy SEALs, Marine Raiders, and other special operators transition from the military to the civilian workforce. Today, it's my honor to introduce you to Russell Hromadka. Russell is a Marine aviator, and he'll be transitioning in the fall of 2018. Welcome, Russell. How are you today?
I'm good, thank you. Good afternoon, Dr. Freed.
Russell, could you tell us a little bit about some of the highlights of your career that you think are important for potential employers to know?
Sure, Dr. Freed. So as you mentioned, I started as a Marine aviator. When I wasn't flying, I was in the operations department. And after about 8 years of doing that, I was able to parlay that into a position at the Marine Special Operations Command. There I have two roles. The number one is anything related to aviation, whether tactically or strategically. I help facilitate that. I'm essentially the focal point for that, whether it's the planning, the coordination, any of that support. The second is talent development. So training these already very specialized individuals in the basically the art of employing aviation. So making them the conduit between everything that's taking place on the ground and everything that's taking place in the air. They're the conduit between those two. So some highlights within that, backing up to 2014, I was working within the operations department, and ultimately that was a time of sequestration, lots of budget cuts, and our particular unit took a 30% reduction in resources. The personnel remained the same, the requirements remained the same, but everything we needed to accomplish, our end of the year goals took a hit by 30%. So I was tasked with fixing the problem. I assembled a team, grabbed some of the industry leaders, both internal and external, and really we did two things. We kind of broke the mold for the way that it's always been, innovated some new procedures, and then really leaned out a lot of the other processes we had. So through change management and process improvement, we were able to take that 30% reduction and not only maintain that throughput, but increase it by 11% after the first year and then 15% the second year. So that was definitely a win for the organization. The second is on a smaller scale, that talent development. So everything I've done, whether within the operations department, as an aviator, or in the Special Operations Command, I've had the ability to work with some incredible individuals and basically take them fresh out of training all the way to being senior instructors or just masters of their craft. I love being able to kind of mold the clay, so to speak, and work in that realm, taking somebody from A to Z.
So in these different roles, what do you see are the key transferable skills you have to offer employers?
I think, the three that I'll touch on are leadership, number one. I believe that, from the small cohesive units of working within an air crew flying helicopters to the organization of over 400, where I was, leading a team of about 30. I think it's just a vast expanse of small unit to organizational leadership. And that's, doing the right thing for the right reasons, making morally sound decisions, and, relying on those around you for not only mentorship, but just, taking in their input. The second is adaptability. Everything I've done has been completely different from the previous thing. And, I feel that I love that challenge. Go somewhere new, unfamiliar, learn, latch on to the industry experts, and really thrive in that environment once you kind of grasp what it is. And the last one is just an innate knack for problem solving. So very rarely do we have the same problem in the line of work we do, and almost never do we have a playbook or a manual that tells us how to do it. So again, leveraging the relationships, the teams that we have, using creativity, innovation, and that overall process improvement just to make it better. I'd say those are the three things I'd bring, or that are transferable to the corporate side.
So given that, when you get ready to look for your ideal job out in the marketplace, what type of culture are you looking for?
So again, the last 10 years, I've worked with some really incredible folks, multifaceted across the board. And really that's what I look for, is a culture that's diverse, spans generations, employees that may have a job title, but the culture encourages them to branch out of that and really just have overall improvement of the organization just to make it better. I think when you have that culture, people are proud to come to work. They're away from the family, and that's okay because they're proud to come to work. And really, it's that purpose that you're working for. So it's what I've done for the last 10 years, and it's what I aim to find as I transition from the military to the corporate side.
So, final question. If I were to talk with your commanding officer, what would he tell me your strengths are?
So I have I've had a number of CEOs in the past, and I think the consensus is that they tell you I'm a known quantity, a guy that you can put in almost any situation, any environment, and you're going to get, a more cohesive unit afterward. I'm going to be able to thrive within that team and, overall just get a positive impact. I think they tell you that I'm a guy who, can follow directions and guidance, a guy that's going to thrive in various teams, and a guy that's a leader, and not just a leader in the, for the sake of it, but someone that has seen it from the very small unit leadership all the way through to the organizational side.
Great. Well, I want to thank you for spending the afternoon with me today, Russell. And again, it's my honor to introduce you to Russell Hromadka. Good day.
Great. Thanks, Dr. Freed.